real chance LeBron can go to Cleveland. Like, I think it. First of all, so again, this is not me reporting anything. This is not me. I was just canvassing people, right, yesterday, a little bit about it. And I think everyone has a very similar reaction, which is like, yeah, I mean, it's possible. But the only way I actually see it happening would be a sign-and trade, where, like, LeBron would go to the Lakers and say, hey, I want to go back to Cleveland. We can do a sign-and trade. You guys can get some pieces back, maybe Jared Allen and something else, and we make the money work, and we're all good. Like, and I think it would be probably in the best interest of everyone, potentially, because LeBron would have a better path to the title in the East, and he could finish his career where it started, and the Lakers could get some valuable pieces in return to help build that team we discussed around Luka. And I think everybody comes away happy with this. Like, I don't know if it'll happen, but because again, sign and trades are not easy. It's not like, oh, let's just sign and trade, right? Like, it's a very complicated thing. It's not something that will happen that easily. You can't just snap a finger and it can happen. There's got to be a lot of parties to agree. But I do think if you told me that was the way this thing ended, I'd be like, yeah, I buy it. Well, I don't buy him signing. I don't buy him signing for $3 million. Like,
yeah,
that's
no way.
Never,
that's not
that is never happening.
But that's really what he wanted, though, Cap. Like, don't you think they would be able to make it work? They could figure it out.
Of course they would be able to make it work. Listen, George, I understand your point about LeBron's not going to play for $3 million. I get it. It's insulting. I understand that. On the flip side, though, I could make this argument, which is, how could this ever be about money? I understand the difference between $30 million and $3 million is $27 million, and that's a lot of money. I get it. But it's really not about the money per se, in as much as it's about the ego.
Let me explain something to you. Weren't you the one that told me that Dwayne Wade said he ain't taking a discount?
He did say that. Dwayne Wade said that LeBron James is not playing for a discount.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, so it's fine.
He's not. He's not going to.
It's
he's
fine.
not going to torpedo his value.
And he shouldn't have to.
Now, if he gets again, and this is just a very hypothetical discussion. Let's just say, for argument's sake, right? Let's go through this exercise.
All right, let's do it.
Let's say that the sign and trade is a possibility, and it's for Jared Allen or whatever, and he's going to make roughly close to just under $30 million. If you're LeBron, and let's just use 30 to make the number simple, okay? Even though it's not necessarily 30. If you sign and trade LeBron for $30 million to Cleveland, LeBron, in his last year, regardless of where he is, but I would say especially so in Cleveland, I think could make up said money in insane endorsements if he announces, hey, this is my last year, blah, 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 yada, yada. Well, that could happen anywhere, okay, including Los Angeles.
Cleveland's even more lucrative.
I believe so.
I do, too.
That's just my own personal opinion, okay?
We share.
And I've said this before. I think that LeBron coming to the Lakers, in retrospect, was not the best thing for the overall NBA because you lost your biggest star in the biggest television window, okay? And you combined forces with the greatest force in the sport, yes, but from a television perspective, and sports, you know this as well as anyone, Cap, sports and television, they are mano a mano, okay? And that's what drives the bus. Him playing in a window where only a third of the country can watch him play his full games, in retrospect, to me, was not the best thing for the NBA. That's not his problem. He did what he thought was best for him, which is what he should have done. And the Lakers benefited from it by winning a championship. And they did what was best for them. So, but I think if it were me advising him, okay, and Lord knows that will never happen, I would say, hey, I think this makes the most sense for you. You can go to the East. East is easier. Like, I think the Knicks are good. They're not like this they're not the Spurs and the Thunder, like, in your way, in my opinion. So I would do that. And then you still help the Lakers out on your way out because you want the money, understandably so. And it's still a huge pay cut for him, but it would make sense to me.
Is it a possibility? Yes, it's a possibility. But there's a journey that has to get there. And so this is a journey. Number one, LeBron has to decide what he wants to play again. I know that to everybody that watched him this year, it looked like he was going to play again. But I would just say that my perspective on this is let's not make assumptions about how this is going to go. Number one. Number two, he and the Lakers have to work out their business together. I think there's going to be a whole thing like who's going to come to who. From what I understand, LeBron is expecting the Lakers to come to him. Just like last year, there was no contract extension. And, Rich Paul, I think, said on the record, we didn't ask for a contract extension. The Lakers never offered a contract extension, and then there wasn't a contract extension. So at some point, LeBron is a free agent to be. I think what the LeBron side is expecting, and whether or not this happens, I don't know, but I think what they're expecting is the Lakers to come to him and say, LeBron, we'd like to have you back, and here's what we'd like to offer you, and here's why. And I know that everybody out there is saying, well, LeBron's a billionaire. He can take A, B, and C. I am not assuming anything. I am not assuming one red cent when it comes to LeBron. If he says, or Rich Paul says, or it is implied or reported elsewhere by a reliable source that LeBron is willing to take $1 pay cut or $40 million pay cut, then I will change my mind. But as I sit here today, I have not yet heard. That doesn't mean that he won't, aggregators. It doesn't mean that he will absolutely not take less. But to this point, as I sit here on Wednesday, May 27th at 10:38 Central Time, I have not heard that he will take less. And so therefore, I am assuming nothing, assuming anything. So we're on a journey here, right? Now let's say it gets to the point where he is willing to accept less money. Under what terms would those be? I would suspect that what LeBron would like to hear from the Lakers is, LeBron, we would like to offer you this contract, whether it's for $1 million or $58 million, okay? And with the money that we are either spending or not spending, here's what our plan is. Our plan is to chase these 3, 4, 5, 7 players, and this is why we want you to take this contract. And let's just say it's this level if we can get this player, and this level we can get this player. That way, at least LeBron, and this has happened before, this isn't a new concept. This way, at least LeBron understands he's offered in the past to take less if they could get certain players. They've been down that path before, but you go down that path. If the Lakers and LeBron can't agree on that kind of structure, so you hear what I'm saying? First, is he going to play? 2, they negotiate. 3, they don't agree on a structure. And by the way, I believe the most likely thing that will happen is that LeBron will re-sign in LA, because I think the Lakers will realize they don't have a replacement for him, and I think LeBron will realize he doesn't have a great option where he can get money and a comfort zone. But I expect there to be potential days and weeks of, staring at each other about that. And I don't believe it 98%. It's, 51%. I believe that's what's going to happen. But if
7 ifs
that they can't reach the agreement on all that, then I believe LeBron would consider playing for another team. Now we have another if, okay? If LeBron is considered playing for another team, would he consider playing at an exception number? What do I mean by exception number? There are 3 types of exceptions that you can have in the NBA, 3 main ones. The mid-level exception, it's $15 million. The taxpayer mid-level, which teams are paying the tax pay, that's $6 million. And then the veterans minimum exception, which anybody can pay at any time, that's $3.5 million, okay? All of these represent 80% reductions from his salary. 80, okay? So the idea that this is just, no problem. He'll play for an exception. Because I see these people, he could play for the Warriors, he could play for the Heat, he could play for the Cavs. Oh, really? You all signing up for 80% reductions? Cool. Let me know when you've signed up for 80% reductions. So if he's going to play, and if he can't work out a deal with the Lakers, and if he's willing to play for an exception, Cavs don't have the $15 million. All right, what about the $6 million? Cavs don't have it. Okay? If you check all those boxes and you get down to the $3.5 million, now we're there. So you say to me 5 minutes ago, is it realistic for LeBron to play for the Cavs? Yeah, it's possible. Now, there are variables that can happen along there. What if the Lakers and LeBron say, would you be willing to do a sign and trade? And then LeBron is open to saying, okay, well, let me go out in the market and see where I could get to with a sign and trade. And then he could get a salary that would be commensurate of what he was being signed and traded for. And I know with Lakers fans, they're already thinking about, well, can he be cited for Jared Allen? Sure, you could do that, but let me just say, right now, the Cavs are not eligible to receive a player in a sign and trade. They're in the second apron, not allowed. Okay? So they would have to make moves to open the space to even make. I don't care if LeBron declared, I want nothing more than the Cavs, and Jared Allen was standing at the door with a Laker jersey ready to go. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Okay, can the Cavs make moves to open that? Yes, but now we're talking about the idea of the Cavs ripping several pieces off of their team to open up a spot for Jared Allen, who's 27 years old or 28 years old, under a good 3-year contract, to pay a 41-year-old for 1 year.